impound the car. Carvana is currently being investigated by the North Carolina Attorney General's office after 130 complaints were filed against the company, and Scott wants Carvana to pay him a $1 million compensation for financial and reputational losses.
And Harry Martin, creator of the pop-up roller skating rink, the Roller Wave, said roller skating saved his life. For the black community, segregation had kept roller skating inaccessible in earlier times. Decades later, the pastime became the symbol within our culture all across America. Thousands of people have visited Harry's rinks, bridging the gap between generations. You can check him out at rollerwavenyc.com. I'm John Marshall, along with Bree Wood, on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
100,000 BIN listeners were able to advance their careers or succeed in a new one. It would be one step towards building a better future for all listeners. To learn more about the 100,000 Careers Initiative, visit careerbuilder.com/BIN.
The only news that hears you.
The Black Information Network, the Bay Area's BIN 910.
Your money on the Black Information Network.
Something you can start doing right now that will reduce your taxable income for 2023. Start contributing to a 401k. When you make pre-tax contributions to a 401k, that lowers your taxable income. And a lower income means you will owe the IRS less money. For 2023, you can contribute up to $22,500 to your employer's 401k. If you are over the age of 50, you can add another $7,500 to that for a total of $30,000 in 401k contributions. And if you have not filed 2023 tax returns, in reference to rapper Snoop Dogg, who made the phrase famous. On a recent episode of The View, Whoopi said it's hard to keep up with the rules regarding political correctness, especially with people of a certain age, and that we don't know everything. On a recent airing of The Breakfast Club radio show, Charlamagne had a similar opinion, saying black people know nizzle as a derivative of the N-word, but maybe the 67-year-old news anchor did not. He said maybe it's an age issue, but hip-hop is so mainstream now it's difficult to say who can consume it and who can't.
The fiancé of a missing Kenyan woman named Irene Gakwa has pleaded guilty to stealing money from her after her disappearance in 2022. Her brother Kennedy Wanainu says his sister's fiancé Nathan Heitman, whom she was living with in Gillette, Wyoming, says Irene decided to leave him when the family asked about where she was. 39-year-old Heitman has not been charged in Irene's disappearance, but did plead guilty to one count of unlawful use of a credit card and one count of crimes against intellectual property after withdrawing money from her bank account and using her credit card. He faces up to 23 years in prison. Actress and singer Tiana Taylor is starring in a new film titled 1001 that has already won a Sundance Film Festival award. The 32-year-old married mother of two is starring as Inez de la Paz, a free-spirited woman who kidnaps her son from the foster care system after returning home from being in Rikers Island jail. A native of Queens, New York, director and indie filmmaker A.V. Rockwell said she's telling the story of a single mother raising a child while also dealing with real issues like housing insecurity, financial hardship, and mental health.
Also, a new Lifetime original movie called Black Girl Missing, starring actress Garcelle Bouvet, is highlighting the real-life disparities in the reporting and the lack of news coverage of missing black women and girls. Garcelle plays a mother dealing with this very issue as she must lead the charge in finding her missing daughter with little assistance from the media or the police. The film also spotlights the real cold case of of a missing Newport News, Virginia woman and her daughter, Kier and Chloe Johnson, have been missing since April 30th, 2017. I'm Bree Wood, along with John Marshall, on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com. Now here's Mike Moore with your Washington Roundup.
When Joe Biden ran for president, he promised not one more foot of border wall would be built in South Texas. But the head of Homeland Security told Congress recently that construction continues.
I have approved, I believe it is approximately 129 wall projects to close gaps.
Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says the wall is not a focal point of the government's plan to stop illegal immigration. He's asking for more cash to hire hundreds of new Border Patrol agents. Now this, a Democratic senator is introducing a bill designed to make flying safer for passengers and air crews.
The violence has to stop. 4 years ago, there were about 150 investigations into air rage incidents. Last year, there were 831.
Rhode Island lawmaker Jack Reed stood with airline workers as he talked about the provisions of the bill. And that's your Washington Roundup. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
The world is going digital. Does your small business have what it needs to succeed? Introducing Verizon Small Business Digital Ready, the free online program designed to give your business the tools it needs to thrive in today's digital economy. With access to personalized learning plans that help you stay ahead in the online marketplace, coaching from experts, and networking opportunities with diverse businesses in your industry. It's all part of our plan to leave no small business behind. Register at Verizon.com/smallbusinessdigitalready.
The Bay Area's BIN 910 is powered in partnership with Direct Relief and Chevy. Thank you for partnering with a purpose on the Black Information Network. The Equal Justice Initiative is committed to ending mass incarceration and excessive punishment by providing legal representation to people who have been illegally convicted, unfairly sentenced, or abused in state jails and prisons. Support the cause at EJI.org.
If you've got a story, we want to know about it. Call the Black Information Network hotline at 855-500-9BIN. iHeartRadio app. I'm Terry McCready.
And I'm Kevin Brown on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
A heated debate erupting on Capitol Hill. Black Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman, a former middle school principal, tore into his GOP colleagues for not supporting stricter gun measures. The exchange between Bowman of New York and Republican Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky went viral on social media after several journalists posted video of it. Bowman, the former head of Cornerstone Academy for Social Action in the Bronx, can be heard yelling that the GOP is refusing to do anything to save children's lives.
A new survey of black male voters implies that direct outreach from campaigns could help rally the potential influential demographic group next year. Black members of a nonpartisan organization for increasing black male voter engagement polled just under 2,000 black male voters in 5 states across the southeastern U.S. Co-founder Fred Hicks told Yahoo News that he commissioned the study in 2022 after Georgia's high-stakes Senate race. Black men turned out strong and voted overwhelmingly for Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock. The findings show that while 66% of black men in Georgia said they were contacted by a campaign during the last election cycle, less than half of the respondents in the other 4 states, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Florida, reported voter outreach by a campaign in that period.
A heavy police presence in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, after the government banned opposition protests. Roadblocks have been erected on roads leading to the State House, the president's official residence. Businesses are open in the city, but authorities have suspended train service in Nairobi because of demonstrations. Protesters in the western towns of Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori have blocked roads with bonfires and rocks. But Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is urging Kenyans to report to work.
Mobile companies, including Google, HSBC, and Microsoft, are opposed to Uganda's anti-LGBTQ legislation, saying it's bad for business. The measure calls for life behind bars for some homosexual offenses, as the Open for Business Coalition says diversity is a core principle for their partners. The legislature passed the bill last week, and the president, Yoweri Museveni, can either sign it into law or send it back to the parliamentary speaker with any proposed changes.
The World Health Organization is warning about antibiotic resistance. Preliminary data
resistant bacteria. For more on these stories and international, national, state, and local news affecting the Black community, listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app or log on to BINnews.com. I'm Carrie McCready along with Kevin Brown on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
This is a BIN Tech Report. Reddit and Twitch are the latest social media companies to take action towards stopping the spread of threats and hate speech on their platforms. These moves follow related action taken by YouTube, Snapchat, and Twitter. Reddit, a social message board giant, has banned the subreddit group called The Donald for violating the platform's policy against targeting and harassing people with hate speech. The subreddit group was a popular source for some of the most viral videos, memes, and other pro-Trump alt-right content. But Reddit executives say the Donald crossed the line into harassment and hate speech, which has no place in the Reddit community. Twitch, the Amazon-owned live streaming platform, suspended President Trump's account for what it deemed hateful conduct, citing and removing videos of the president making denigrating remarks about Mexicans. This is Keon Williams on the Black Information Network. The source for Black news.
The Black Information Network.
The Bay Area's BIN 910.
I'm Natasha Williams on your home for 24/7 News, San Francisco's BIN 910. California's plan to grant reparations to Black residents could cost the state $800 billion. Public comments are being taken right now as the task force meets to discuss the cost. The callers are mostly anonymous unless they introduce themselves. This caller with the 1619 reparations project says opponents who say they don't want to throw money at a problem without a plan are partly right.
Write your plan. Even the church pastor, all you reverends out there, you should be writing the plan for the Black community you serve. So when it comes time for reparations, you say, yeah, here's our plan for Black Americans.
The task force is looking at July 1st as a deadline to determine a dollar amount and how much California should give its Black residents. Public comments included this woman who no longer lives in California but says she was subjected to racism as a child and a teenager in Berkeley.
I'm here to represent the voice of Californians who have strong ties to the state, but were pushed out, driven out, or priced out.
A former San Jose city worker is accused of sexual assault against victims as young as 6 years old. Sergeant George Garibay of San Jose's police department tells NBC Bay Area the first report was made